Okay. Hi everyone. Looking forward to meeting you this week one for our work together, teaching approaches for students with specific learning disabilities. That's the title of this class in English. And as you can tell, my delivery of the content in this class is in English as well. So hopefully what you're going to do is look at this video and look at captions in Vietnamese to help you understand a little bit more about what we're doing this week in class together. So the agenda for this week is that I share with you what my hope is regarding what this course is intended to provide and how we will achieve these goals. My role, your role, and our roles together. I will also talk about the course design and course schedule, the reading materials, and what to bring to class this week. Okay, so what is this class about? This course is about teaching students with learning disabilities. It is about using effective instructional approaches that have been researched and practiced by teachers in the United States and elsewhere for teaching core academic subjects, reading, writing, math, in general education setting. This class is also, however, intended to provide you with resources for your continued professional development as a teacher. So that means we're going to share a lot more content and websites and videos for you to come back to after you finish this class, perhaps next year, perhaps in 5 years, some point in the future. Okay, so how are we going to do this? Well, my thinking first is about you as a learner. I will want to know from seeing you in class and learning about you, what you think are the optimal conditions for you to learn new content, especially given the challenges in language regarding this class. So there may be ways that I can provide additional supports that are not typically provided, such as some kind of a highlighting system that will help you know key points in the reading, things like that. So at the same time, optimal conditions for you to learn new content may include things like finding a quiet place to study, having a regular schedule for yourself for each week for this class and everything else that you need to do in your life and things like that. So we're both going to think about how you learn and what are optimal conditions for learning new content. I also think about people, adults, have different preferred ways for showing what they know. I assume that's true among the entire class. So you are going to see in this course many different options for showing what you know as we move through the course content. So there's a shared responsibility. I will do my best to provide little videos to let you know a little bit about the course content each week. I expect that you read assignments before class and bring in an entrance ticket each week, that you also engage fully in class, working with your peers, asking questions, making comments. It's fine to use technology, but only for appropriate activities that are course activities. After each class, my hope is that you will decide what you want to remember about a topic. I'll go into this in person during class in the first week about a way that you might want to do this, and also that you will work cooperatively with other students on group assignments. And there are a few that are in the syllabus. And we'll go over each of the assignments well before they're due. Okay, so the course design and course schedule. You have a website, there is a syllabus. My understanding is you've had a little bit of a background on this content. So I really do expect some questions about this in class together this coming week. I do want to flag, and you probably noticed, an unusual schedule because of the fact that I am not a Vietnamese faculty member and I will be needing to be in another place for the weeks 2 and 3 that would be in this class. So we're going to give you some assignments to work on together to get ready for the time when I come back. A lot of videos to look at, a lot of websites to explore. Okay, and I made mention a minute ago about a weekly learning cycle. It's important that you develop a plan to fit in this class as well as other things that I know you need to do. Okay, moving on to the 2 readings for this week. The first one is a screening and evaluation guide. There's a lot of information in this guide that's intended not only for college students, but for faculty who work at universities in Vietnam and elsewhere to develop new materials that may not be available currently in one of the countries that are mentioned or countries that are in mind by the people who wrote the article. So I'm going to be talking about this and referring to some of this content when we're together in class. My hope is that you can focus on, I'm going to call them call out boxes. They are pictured in a purple color in this guide. There's key information that are in those boxes, as well as in figures. And the figures provide summaries of text, so they're really useful to look at those figures and read them. There are many tables. I'd like you to focus on tables 1 and 2, as well as the 5 myths that some people hold about learning disabilities. The last thing for this article is to look at Appendix A and Appendix B. All right, now the next document is this differential diagnosis of SLD, specific learning disabilities, versus other activities. So with this, focus on the assumptions about learning disabilities, what is controversial about the identification process, specific learning disability versus low overall cognitive ability. And those are some of the things that I really hope that you will focus on. Okay, I know that I don't want to keep you long. So I'm going to tell you in advance that we're going to also look at UDL, Universal Design for Learning, in class together. That there's a little video, if you'd like, you can look at, oh, I see a typo. It should say UDL at a glance. It has a typo there, but there's a link in this PowerPoint. Maybe I'll post that separately in the YouTube channel so that you have the direct link if you want to watch that. Otherwise, if you're short on time, it's okay. We're going to go over UDL together. The idea in UDL, if you're not sure about it, is something to do with barriers and challenges. So on the screen here, it says, what does get rid of barriers and leave the challenge where it belongs mean to you? Okay, so then there's a graphic on the next slide that is showing the UDL graphic. We're going to use it together in class this week. Okay, I have a quote. The goal of American education is to value each child as equally an individual and entitled to equal opportunity of development of his own capacities, be they large or small in range. John Dewey. This goal was not realized until 1975 in the United States when we passed a law that is called the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act. Okay, so I want to keep front and center what we're focusing on here in this course and in your chosen profession in special education. Okay, last, what to bring to class this week. I would like you to write an entrance ticket. This is something you can write by hand. You can have handwritten notes. They need to be legible because we're going to need to read them. You're going to put your name on the entrance ticket. You are going to then write down, why do you want to become a teacher? I would like to know your thoughts on that. Why do you want to become a teacher? Second, what is a challenge you overcame in your life to get to this point in your college career? Then you are asked to write 1 comment and 1 question about each reading assignment. So that's it. That's what we're going to do. I hope this is helpful to you. I will upload this to my YouTube and you can watch captions in Vietnamese, and hopefully that will that'll be helpful. So I'll see you all soon. Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.